There is nobody in the park. See this alien ship. Tasty. Man, we're one of the first cars here today. Gosh, so crazy. Oh, look at it. Dominator used to actually be a different roller coaster, a different area. I think Geauga Lake when it got canceled. Getting to this park this morning was crazy because there was a big storm and there was like 9 accidents. I did take it slow while driving, but it was a cool opportunity because no one was in the park the whole day. And I hadn't been there in 13 years, so it kind of worked out. It's definitely a rainy day in the park. I was gonna be for at least the first half. But like I was saying, I haven't been here in 13 years, which is so crazy. I'm excited. Who knows, you know? Also, we're gonna be doing like a do I fit check. Since I'm a 6'4", 294 pound man, often it's hard for me to be able to ride some of the rides, so we'll see.
Cars are lined up at 10:30. I don't think it's reaching.
I'm early, super early. As you see, there's nobody in line. This is the best way to go to a theme park because I'd rather just wait here and just chillax than have to wait in a line, or I'd rather be first in a line. I don't know what to say. Nonetheless, I'm here early. That's nice. This is when you usually get to meet all the coaster enthusiasts, you know, the ones that are actually good fans or hardcore people, so it's kind of nice. Oh look, a Peanuts character. You know, something I forget about this park is the front entrance. It is so amazing. Like it feels nostalgic, but also like pretty huge. It's a great entrance to a park, not gonna lie. So as we walk around the park, I'm pretty much not sure where I'm going. I mean, I know a general layout of what I remember, but it's been so long, so we'll see. I don't even know exactly when the open times of the different areas are, so I feel like I'm just coming into this freshly new. I believe the last time it was 2010 that I was here, and oh gosh, that's like 14 years, but 2010, and it was for like a Halloween event, so it didn't even look like this before. So I believe that's like a replica of the Eiffel Tower, like a 1/4 scale or some sort. I have no clue. My knowledge on all these parks have gone astray. Ooh, Dominator's open. They're doing testing on it. Yeah, so let's walk on this journey together. I do remember as a family, we used to come here once every blue moon because it's about an hour and 45 minutes from my house on a good traffic day. But I remember we used to come here, and one of my favorite rides was like this theater thing where you sat in it and moved around, because it was only like the few rides I could ride because I was still scared to ride roller coasters. And so it's just funny. Like I'm having all these little flashes of memories coming back. A festival of music, I don't know what that is. Actually in San Jose at Great America, they have a ride like this. But it was, what is that game called? I forgot what game it was. But it was actually still pretty good. It has like a 4D where there's like things coming at you, which is kind of cool. While I was waiting in line, I pretty much figured, oh gosh, there's so many distractions. One thing you're going to learn about me is I love good theming, especially water features. Oh, those are the biggest sham in the world. They're supposed to dry you off. Oh my gosh, the log flume actually is open. Oh, should I do it? Should I not? The parched pig. Okay, that's fun. Oh, this used to be Paramount's King's Dominion, and so it used to be owned by the movie studio. While I was waiting in line earlier, I was thinking, man, I really want to go to a lot of these different parks because, like, with all three passes, Six Flags, Busch Gardens, or SeaWorld, and Cedar Fair, I can get into like 40 different theme parks. And so I was thinking, you know what? I should try to do the majority of them, at least on the East Coast, which I think would be pretty fun. Grizzly's fun. Oh, Grizzly. I don't think I'm ready for a wooden coaster yet. Ooh. Wow. Oh, look at it. The greatest question on this ride is, will I fit on it? Which is so hard, but that's also why I'm working on losing weight. And so I've lost about 15 pounds, which is great. But when I used to live here, I used to be only like 250, so I was able to go on everything. Unfortunately, the music was extremely loud, but basically what I was talking about is how I love when rides have the line actually go through the ride itself, because you get excited about the ride, you get to see what you're about to go on, and they did a great job with this line. I mean, the trees, how everything looks, it looks pretty incredible. Even this part actually reminds me of Disneyland when you're on the Cars ride. Just great theming. It's a tip. No, okay. So here again with the loud music, the tip I was telling everybody is when you go to a theme park, don't let rain actually discourage you from going. Look at the radar, check what hours it's going to rain, because a lot of times it'll be completely clear. Right at this moment, I had to turn on my phone because they don't have a phone check on this ride. I barely fit. However, the first time I rode it, I was in the front, and because there's no lines, so I was like, okay, let's do it. And so I went on the front, and I wasn't too impressed. And I was like, okay, there's better rides than this. But then you go in the back. The back is exactly where it's at, and you should definitely go on it in the back area. Am I going the wrong way? Okay. See, I'm such a noob right now. This is so bad. So, recommendation, go in the back of this one. But it's a great addition. Front was good. It was a good look, it was cool to see, but yeah. I must confess, I don't really care for Wild Mouse rides. But I mean, now I like them. They're kind of okay now, but before they're a little rough. I remember when this Ferris wheel got here. This is kind of random, but this actually used to be, I believe, somewhere around here used to be where Hypersonic used to be. And also Shockwave, all memories. 2 roller coasters that were kind of problematic, a pain in the butt, but pretty decent. Oh, do I do it? Why not? This is a racing one. You can race both sides. I was originally supposed to go to DC today to do the cherry blossom stuff, but as you see, I think the storm pretty much took all the pedals and put them on the ground. So it's currently not racing, which is like the best part of these rides. But I understand there's like nobody in the park. So I can't expect anything different. Oh, that was a really smooth ride. Like, I am thoroughly impressed. It looked like they did some retracking on the ride to make it a lot better. And if they did, they succeeded. Like, it is smoother than I ever remember. Way smoother than I ever remembered. And yeah, just wow. I would do that multiple times. And the airtime hill was like perfect, where you just glided over. I mean, you know me, I have back problems. But I had no issue on it, so it was great. Oh, and I fit. Yeah, I fit on the ride. Yeah, which is amazing. So, but Intimidator though, we'll see if I'll fit on that one. That's the only roller coaster that makes me gray out a little bit. So we'll see. What in the world? Again, look how empty this park is. It was crazy. It felt like we were the only ones in the park, except for these people. Drop towers for me are the worst. I don't like them. I can do them, but at the end of the day, the anxiety is just not worth the ride itself. I lied about the cherry blossoms. Maybe they're still fine, and the other tree was not a cherry blossom. So this is kind of a nice boardwalk area. It's just all these little things that you can win at. Ooh, avocado. Oh, the hedgehog. Oh my gosh. I instantly want it. So I realized when you have a structure this big, it's a nice little like marker for where you're at in the park, which is really nice. Again, these weird things, there's supposed to be something about them, but apparently they sing, but they just look creepy to me. Oh, the one frog with the cigar. Okay. And here's Planet Snoopy. This is like the kids area. It's pretty nice. Here's the new area. Unfortunately, it's sad because over here was Volcano. And Volcano was an incredible roller coaster that I loved. But it's no longer here. Seriously, the ride was just... okay, it was kind of a lame ride, if I'm being honest. But until I rode all the other rides like it, I realized, oh, this one actually is a premiere version of all the other ones. Because you used to go out of a volcano and shoot out, and there was a flame. And it was just like a really cool experience overall. It changed from a bunch of different things. So it was like a Smurf water ride and something else and whatnot. Back here, it's gonna be, I think, a wing coaster. I believe that's what you call it. And that's gonna be pretty cool. They're gonna build it in this whole area. Oh, there is no way I'm riding that ride. So I've yet to go on one of these ones because I think it's just gonna mess up my stomach and just make me go crazy because it just spins so much. Although I would say this is way better themed than most of them, because usually Six Flags just does like, oh, Batman. Oh, that slows down a lot. That's interesting. Yeah, I've done the one at Magic Mountain and V2 or X2. I've done X2 at the other place, which was way better, in my opinion, because it's a little bit of a bigger coaster. Okay, now, is the bobsled ride open? There's few of these, I feel like, in the world, but this used to be my favorite ride as a kid. Even though I was scared of riding all the other rides, this one was always one of my favorites. Oh, I think it's open. Oh, yay.
We hope you enjoy your journey on Reptilian.
I love the retheming because it used to be Avalanche and it used to be white and everything else, but they're changing this whole area to more of a tribal-ish kind of thing or whatever it is. But I like it. Like, I like it a lot. I'm impressed at the theming that they're doing. And like I said, the one thing that King's Dominion was kind of missing was theming. And usually I feel like the trash that was littered and everything else, but that's all seems to be gone. I mean, there's nobody in the park, in all fairness. But when I left before, it was already heading in this direction, you know? Something cool about that one is that you get so low to the ground. Like, I feel like I can touch the grass. I was impressed. Again, this is where the new ride will be. It should be pretty fun and pretty awesome. Oh, the cool people I see. But honestly, with the music and the theming, kudos. Good job. Sun Coaster used to be Italian job. Okay, we're not gonna get a ride on Backlot Sun Coaster. But that's actually a pretty decent, fun little ride. It used to be Italian job, and there's like a helicopter that flies overhead, and there's fire and pyrotechnics. Pretty decent. And then Anaconda. Man, I like looking at this ride, although the ride itself is kind of boring because they've had to slow it down because it's so rough. But it's a beautiful roller coaster. I'm a sucker for aero roller coaster. Looks like Anaconda's closed also. I mean, if they keep the big ones open, I'm fine. But this ride's really cool because on the first drop, you go down and you go through the water, and you come out the other side. But it's funny, it feels like it looks smaller than what I remember. We're gonna try to ride Intimidator next. Hopefully I won't gray out. Well, number one, hopefully I can fit. And number two, hopefully I won't gray out. Oh, you know what? We're not gonna go Intimidator next. Oh no, we're gonna go for Intimidator. The other one is, it used to be Flight Deck, now a Fear something. I don't know what it's called. Flight of Fear. It's an indoor roller coaster. It's kind of like Aerosmith's ride or that Rockin' roller coaster at Disney. A little bit less theming, but you know, hangar, so it does its thing. But we're just gonna go Intimidator now. I'm feeling intimidated. We'll come back to that one. As you see, it's not called Intimidator anymore. Oh, it's called Project 305. Okay, I must admit, there's like no lines. I've waited like 2 hours. If you got dizzy, I'm so sorry. I waited like 2 hours to ride this with lines. Also, something that's crazy is the lift hill is so fast going up there. You can't tell from this angle, but wow. So I definitely grayed out a little bit on it at the bottom of it. I was like, I'm doing pretty good. And then, oh gosh, there it is. My vision starts going in, and I was like, ugh! But it's a really good ride. Although my biggest issue is just, dude, it just needs some paint. Like, it was looking a little crusty. And you know, when you're opening up your opening weekend, you usually want to put on your best look. But it's not looking so hot. Oh, the sun is trying to come out. It's funny, I just got a notification that that Six Flags Over America has canceled today. But part of me is like, why did you cancel today? Like, it's actually looking phenomenal. Still a great ride. I love it. Definitely one of the greats of this park. They need to paint it. This looks really grimy. But I don't know, I'm like the only person that thinks about the painting stuff. Like, that's pretty much the whole ride. Is just, it's not that bright red. Oh, the ride's totally, and Anaconda's open. We need to ride it. Aero coasters, I just love. I can't explain it. I think it's nostalgic. My first roller coaster was Loch Ness Monster, and so I think, I don't know, it just does something to me. So we'll see. Should I go front row? I think I'm gonna do front row, just for the sake of it, because there's no lines. Okay, Flight of Fear. Very mysterious. Going in the ground. This line is probably, I guess, it's pretty well themed. It's just kind of cheesy. But it's 90s cheesy, so that's always more nostalgic than anything else. See, there's an alien ship. Okay, this is actually pretty good. We're going into the alien ship.
Anyone having difficulty with their lap bar or safety plank, enjoy your flight.
Creepy aliens.
Thanks, nobody can hear you scream.
That ride is rough, but good, like 90s rough, you know? It was intense. Enough to be like, I need to take a break. Because I've been getting through all these roller coasters really fast. Yeah, it's still good. I fit again, so that's a good another one for the fit factor. Yeah, it's a good classic. It's an oldie but a goodie still. Okay, let us see if Anaconda is actually open now. I saw some people on it, and so what if I got stuck on it? Oh geez, that would be rough. Fun, not actually probably that fun, but it would be interesting. You know, it makes me think though. This ruins you when you go to a park that there's no lines, because when you do have to wait in the line next time you come here, you're like, why do I have to wait in this line? Because there's been nothing. These have been walk-ons for every single ride. Like, in fact, for Flight of Fear, I was like, hey, you go ahead and let the next one go, because I'm just gonna take a second, a breather. So that feels good. Now the question is, I'm getting hungry, so I don't know where I want to eat at. So I at least need to eat at one place in the park. Oh, it's open. Let's go on in. Again, this ride looks so cool. I really am a sucker for aerodynamics. Honestly, by far, I would say that Loch Ness Monster beats this ride. It's just a good roller coaster, you know? I believe this is made, I'm not sure, sometime in the 90s. And Loch Ness Monster was made in like 1978. And I'd rather ride Loch Ness Monster. But we're gonna ride it for the sake of it. I'm not gonna be negative Nancy. The sun is getting out, so it's starting to get really hot, but I wanna carry my jacket, so it's just gonna be a sauna. Yay, sauna! Oh, the splash is not there. Here comes the weird part, because they slow you down here, which I get, but they slow you so bad. Like, look at that. You're like freaking. Oh gosh, even the corkscrew is just slow. It's funny because I used to think this ride was so much bigger than what it was when I was a kid. And now I'm looking at it, it looks so tiny. But especially probably as like rides have gotten so much bigger than this. I don't know how tall this ride is, but yeah. That was funny. The kids, the mom was like, how was it? And the kids were like, ow, my head. Oh, yeah, they perfectly described it. It's a little rough, but it's a visually great roller coaster. If they just want to keep it here just for the sake of pictures, then by all means, it's a better picture than ride, I would say. So there's about 2 more roller coasters that I can go on. We'll go through Snoopy then, but there's 2 more roller coasters. One, the Scooby-Doo one, which is probably something else now because of copyright stuff maybe. And then Grizzly, or is it called Hurler? I don't know. It's one of the 2 roller coasters, and Dominator. So we have a couple more to go. We have a good amount of rides or roller coasters in this park. Oh, that reminds me. I believe what was here was this like Tomb Raider spinner thing. Never a big fan of the spinner things. Oh, this is kind of cool. I guess it's like a little stage. Ooh, where should we eat? That's the question. Oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, Planet Snoopy. Let's walk around a little bit and see what they have. Little bumper car thing. Oh.
We wanna be the team that wins the game. And
Okay, so they have a lot of little tiny rides. A couple little kiddie coasters, which is good. They have a wooden and a steel one, which is nice. It's kind of a bummer. Oh, they have a little water. Sorry, my ADHD is terrible. What is this? Oh, it's like a little Jeep thing. That's fun. Okay, it's interesting today because there's supposed to be like an ACE event, an informal ACE event, and I'm trying to actually finally get people to hang out with that like roller coasters, because most of my friends, although they humor us and humor me, I mean, multiple people, even though they humor me, you know, which is great and it's awesome, you know, they come on these pictures with me, I do want some people that I can nerd out with. And so today I was really excited to go to hear and meet some of the ACE people, because now I am a ACE member. It's official, and if you're wondering what ACE member is, it's basically American Coaster Enthusiast. So they do a lot of REITs, hangouts together, and trips, and so I'm finally trying to go for that. And basically the event was going to be here, but they canceled it due to weather. But it's ironic because it is amazing. No one's in the park. It's super chill, riding rides multiple times. I'm definitely going to go back to Twisted Timber and take some rides. But it's just funny because it's like we canceled it because of the rain. Like, this is best case scenario. I was hoping and praying that even though I drove through the rain to get up here, that it would be a perfect day, and it's such a good day. So next ride, we're gonna do Boo Blasters. Usually this is a longer wait. Oh, look, like this is so much different from what I remember. So I believe this used to be Scooby-Doo. It's like a shooter game that you do. Oh, it's like a haunted thing. This is actually pretty well done. I'm impressed. There is no line. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Dude, why am I missing it? This is like a kid's thing. This is kind of scary. Gosh, oh geez. Success, I fit. It's a fun ride. It definitely used to be a Scooby-Doo thing. Yeah, it was really great. I'm pretty sure I'd never rode it before because it was always a long wait. And again, today, no waits for anything. I'm going to Busch Gardens today, so I'm just gonna, on the way back home, stop at Busch Gardens, dabble a little bit. Last ride over here is Dominator. This almost actually looks like a clone, and any of you guys know if it is, comment below, but it looks like a clone of the one that's in Magic Mountain. Like, it looks pretty close to it. Gosh, what is that? Oh, I'll put the little name of the ride on here. Guys, my roller coaster knowledge is looking so scampy right now. But it, you know, I will get there. I'll get back up to that level. There it is, Dominator. forgot to review the ride afterwards. It was a really incredible ride. It's very smooth, very fast, good hang time, and I barely fit. Like, I mean, barely. Like, I was so close to not being able to fit. So, caution to the bigger people out there. Okay, shout out to an amazing mom and son who, amazing mom. She decided to take off time and had like a mom-son kind of adventure to a theme park. It makes me smile. Shout out to them. They made today really amazing. You never know who you're gonna meet when you're at a theme park because you're a little bit like nervous. You're like, it's just gonna be me. That's fine if it's just me, but it makes it so much better when you're with people. And so they were awesome. They were a hoot to hang out. But they're from Cincinnati, so they're hanging out here for the next 2 days, which is cool. Also, I found out that the tower is closed. That cool tower behind you. I wanted to go up it and take some shots. It's closed, which is pretty depressing. But I don't know. It's all good. It's a fun ride to go up there and to see everything around. Okay, I'm choosing to eat here. We'll see if it's going to be really great or not. Oh, I was like, how do you get in? Okay, Busch Gardens was its own experience. Let's see if this is better. Oh man, there's actually, ooh. Okay, then I guess.
Let me get 4.
Yep. That was on my top of my list. And then is it just you get sides and stuff?
Yep, you get one side.
Oh wow.
And bread.
Okay.
What side would you like?
Oh dang. Which one?
Mac and cheese.
Yep, let's do mac and cheese. I was worried my eyeballs were going for it. My eyeballs were going for it, and I figured that'd be good.
Would you like hummus with your bread?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's all good. This is good. Thank you so much. Okay. Ooh. Okay, all of this was $18, and there's some hummus. Again, there's some hummus. 18 bucks. Maybe it's all the theme parks. So that food is just not looking that great as far as presentation. Although it does look tasty. We'll see how it tastes like. So overall, I mean, it looks pretty good. Just I hate that everything's on like this paper kind of kick. Something I'm realizing is that most mac and cheese places won't be as great as Smack and Max. I'm probably gonna stop by there on the way home for my dinner because it's still good. It's good mac and cheese. Is it better than Busch Gardens one in the previous episode? Not necessarily. I can tell you there's a lot more meat on this one than the Busch Gardens place. Okay, let's try out the meat. Let's try out the pork. It's kind of salty. Not bad. I would say this meal is more consistent than the Busch Gardens one. I would say there was the high of their tri-tip was phenomenal. Their fries were phenomenal. But their lows where the chicken was terrible. And here I feel like it's consistently pretty good. Okay, let's try the hummus with the bread. So, hummus is pretty good. Actually, it's really good. Yeah, overall, it's pretty good. It's not bad. 18 bucks seems a lot. But inflation, you know, it is what it is. Also, the view is pretty awesome. I was going to ride another ride, but I feel like I hit a good mark, you know? You never want to push it. I feel like every time that I've been like, you know what, let's go for it. Then it ends out pretty terrible. And so I'm just gonna let it be. But I am gonna be going to Busch Gardens because I figure, why not? It's on the way home. So I'll be there. Probably won't film that much. I'll just hang out for a little bit. I will ride Pantheon if it's open. Overall, this park is pretty great. You know, since I left a while ago, they have improved. They've added a little bit more theming back into the place. It's beautiful. The entrance is like pretty breathtaking. Rides are pretty great. Just overall, it's a good park. Not bad. I would still say Busch Gardens is better. But Busch Gardens is better now only because they've added more rides. Before, King's Dominion started to win over because they actually had more rides. And but Busch is actually putting a lot of money into the parks, which is really good. So I'm gonna go head out there. Thank you guys for joining in. Like, subscribe, share. Who knows? Share with somebody else. If you ever want to come on one of these journeys, maybe we can do something fun. If I already know you, then definitely come on this journey. If I already know you, then definitely come out and just take an adventure with me, and so I can record the memory. But yeah, it's been a great day. Talk to you guys later. Join me next weekend as I go all the way to the Carolinas to go to Carowinds. It was an awesome time. I even finally got rejected by a ride. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe for more videos in the future.